Is Bitcoin about to have another lightsaber candlestick because of this Tether FUD? What's going on, guys? My name is Crypto Chris and I'm back with another video, and today I want to cover some cryptocurrency news and some Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum technical analysis. Right, let me jump straight in, guys. We've had this news article come out today regarding Tether. If you don't know what Tether is, it is a stable coin backed by US dollar. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, or so we thought. And it's come today that Tether lawyer has announced that stablecoin is only 74% backed and cash and equivalents. Usually when this has been happening for a little while now, there's a lot of controversy about the USD dollar coin, about the Tether coin. People believe it's not backed, it's just fabricated, and they just print more Tether, and it's actually not backed by any physical dollars. And we've had this news come out today, and to be honest, price has slightly pumped today, and this usually means people see this news and they take the money out of Tether and put it back into BTC or another stable coin. So you might also be aware of the Bitfinex scandal, if you like, where apparently $800 million have gone missing, and it was covered by Tether. So not a good time for Tether nor Bitfinex at the moment. The New York Attorney General has got involved now, so we see how this evolves in the next few days. All right, so what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin? Right, let's jump straight in it, guys. So we had that news come out today, and I had this pennant here formation. To be honest, guys, I was expecting this was a bear flag. So a bear flag is a long capitulation candle to the downside, followed by some consolidation, and then followed with a move to the downside. We had this Tether news come up this morning, and we broke above the pennant and we found resistance. Let me just highlight this on the previous wick. Look at that, guys. So let me just clean this up a bit more. So we found equivalent resistance on where we previously wicked high from, and as you can see, guys, we're now rejecting and possibly looking to test this trend line once again. Let me just zoom out into the daily time frame and I'll show you these two arrows. I mean, to be honest, price has to make a decision anytime soon. I mean, if we break to the downside and we have a candle closure under this region, break beneath the trend line, we have this support on the 200-day moving average. Plus, to be honest, guys, I think it would be healthy for the market to retest this trend line and see actually how valid this actually mini bull market is. So if we break down, test this trend line, or even test this previous resistance, I think it'd be healthy for the market, and then we can climb to the upside. On the other bias, guys, what we've got here, let me just zoom in so you guys can see a bit more. We've got this bullish candle that's formed today. If we break above this wick here, I believe we can retest this red box zone here, and then if we break above it, we can retest this trend line, which would coincide with the wick surpassing these two previous wick and testing this and this upper resistance trend line here, and ultimately maybe test at 6,000 if we break above and consolidate. So those are the two directions I'm looking at the moment. BTC, in my opinion, is a bit indecisive. I need to see further confirmations before I make any kind of trading decisions. Like I said, guys, it's all about confirmation. We're not about gambling here with your money. You wait for confirmations and you have a trading plan and you follow that trading plan. Always have a plan before you even put the trade. Know where to take profit. Have your profit. Have your stop loss ready to go. Guys, I can't tell you, when I first got into this market in April, greed took the better of me. I kept on thinking Bitcoin's going to keep going up and up and up. And you know what? Boy, was I wrong. It's always good to take profit when you see it, guys. It's not being like, obviously, sometimes price could carry on going in your favor and you take profit too early. But so what? You've taken profit, guys. Profit is profit. We're all about being profitable traders here, not losing traders. Anyway, next chart, the next chart is the Ethereum. Guys, you might remember in my previous video, if you've not watched it already, just scroll down and watch my previous video. I was expecting Ethereum to touch this liquidity region, this high buy order region here. We actually closed underneath and wicked underneath, and now we're kind of consolidating in this area. To be honest, guys, if we break above, I can see possibly another test of this trend line here. Let me just mark it up to you. Another test of this trend line here. And in my opinion, we need to break above it to even retest this high 180 region again. If we struggle and we find resistance here, I mean, once again, guys, let me just show you. Same as Bitcoin, we have found resistance on the previous higher wick. So in my opinion, this little pump is not too convincing today. For me to consider it invalid, we need to break above this box region here to carry on to even retest this trend line of where we broke down from. Because as you can see, this trend line here I had was pretty much valid. As soon as we wicked underneath it, the next candle we broke underneath, and look, we absolutely melted to the downside. Also, just want to give you attention to the 200-day moving average, where it's currently located. It is pretty much bang on with this trend line. I like to see that, in my opinion. I've not seen many people talk about this, when a moving average is pretty much slam bang on a trend line. It kind of validates to me that the trend line is pretty much valid, and it's kind of like a double support, and it's like a double reinforcement. If price drops, where would be a good entry point if you was going to use that as a resistance and go long? So once again, I'm looking for further confirmations here with Ethereum. Let me just go to the 4 hour. You'll be able to see it a bit more clearer. Look, as you can see, where we've wicked to higher, we've found resistance, and now we're slightly rolling back downwards again. So I'm looking for a break above this region here to retest this trend line. If not, more than likely we're going to find support back down at the 146, 145 region. Right, next up, guys, one of my favorite coins, XRP. Right, what's happened here? You guys might be aware, I'm kind of still awaiting XRP to drop down to this 25.5 region to 24.5, because I suspect there's a lot of buy orders already placed in that region. I had this trend line drawn out from last week, and it was a pretty much valid trend line. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points, so that validated me. And look, we melted down to this region of 28.5 cents. We climbed higher, and then we had some good news that Nasdaq is now gonna offer a new ticker sign by Bravecoin. It's the XRP PLX chart, if you like, where it's going to be giving real time and accurate pricing for XRP. And obviously that is a positive when you've got Nasdaq getting involved here with anything got to do with any kind of crypto. It was going to be positive, even if it's just a chart, if you like. So price rocketed this today, over 5% up. But look where we found rejection, guys. We found rejection bang on the trend line. So in my opinion, to see any confirmations to the upside, we need to break above this trend line, close above it, and then maybe we can retest the 34.5 cents where we had this previous daily high. That will be my region I'm looking at, where we can find further rejection possibly. So let me just show you this news that's regarding XRP. So we have got the Nasdaq introducing the XRP index. It's a real-time reference rate for XRP. And as you may know, with coin market cap, they don't take in consideration, if I'm not mistaken, the Japanese trading volume, where in Japan on the exchanges, XRP is one of the highest traded, and coin market cap, for whatever reason, decided to not take in consideration any Japanese exchanges. And when this happened during the bull market, it dropped the price. To be honest, I think coin market cap, they've got their own agenda. They like to promote Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that's why if you go into Yahoo Finance, the total market cap of XRP surpasses Ethereum. But if you go on coin market cap, the total market cap of XRP is a lot less than Ethereum. Anyway, so this is released tomorrow. It be under the ticker sign of XRP-LX. It will give a liquid index, a real-time price action of XRP, and many believe it will reflect the actual true price of what it should be. And obviously this sent this massive green candle. I'm waiting to see the when the index comes out tomorrow from Nasdaq. If the price is slightly higher, then more than likely we'll shoot price higher to this region. But this is what this massive green stick was today. And also I want to cover Litecoin, because I know a lot of you guys do like Litecoin, and Litecoin always ahead of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin jumps 2%, Litecoin more than likely jumps 5, 6, 8, maybe even 10%. So let me show you guys what's happened here. Let me go onto the weekly chart. So I have this resistance box line. It was resistance even back in 2017, acted as support on the December before we absolutely rocketed to the upside to almost $400. And then it acted as resistance once again in July, and it acted as resistance again more recently in April. I have this Fibonacci retracement from the swing low in December to the swing high of the 1st of April. And ladies and gentlemen, if you look at Fibonacci retracements, how accurate sometimes they are, it's scary. I mean, if you draw on this back in April the 1st, you would know that a valid support would be, and where price could retrace to a month later, would be this zone here. I mean, look at this, how accurate this tap is here. We tapped and we've gone to the upside and looking for a retest of the 0.786 retracement once again at $77. So it would not surprise me. Actually, let me just validate this as well. There we go, just clean it up. So we've got further support on this trend line back down here, but to be honest, this Fibonacci retracement is kind of valid to me. So we've tapped it, and now we're looking to test the 77 region again, which coincides with the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So I'm awaiting some reaction of these two news regarding Bitcoin with the Tether FUD. And FUD means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So a lot of these news articles usually spread the FUD, and they kind of sometimes, in my opinion, manipulate the price or swing price in their direction. And also, sorry guys, just before I forget, I remember back when we was above 6,000, we had some Tether FUD here. It was, yes, right here, I remember this day. It was the 15th of October. We had news that Tether was not backed once again. I mean, this news has been going on for years, guys, about Tether, the controversy with the actually Tether stablecoin. And as you can see here, we had some bad news come out for Tether saying it wasn't backed. So people took the money out of Tether, put it into Bitcoin. And look, we had this candle. Let's have a look how significant this candle. We had this 10% candle, guys, to the upside. I mean, we rocketed from 6,000 to almost 6,800, guys. So it wouldn't surprise me if today's candle is something similar. So if this is an actual bullish reaction, that we found support once again, and now we're going to retest this trend line once again, I'll have to see a break above this wick here, break above this red box, and retest this red box and this trend line. Anyway, guys, I'm awaiting to see this news if they have any impact on the XRP and Bitcoin market, guys. So I'll keep you up to date with news and more charts. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the analysis. Like and subscribe. Your support means a lot. I mean, I've got over 200 views on my previous video. I love the support, loving the likes, loving the subs. Keep them coming, guys, and I'll see you guys on the moon. Crypto Chris, over and out.